Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Autastic, your comedian's guide to autism. I'm your host. My name is Kirk Smith.
And I'm Graham Kay, and this is our first ever YouTube video. We are going to post this episode on YouTube for the first time ever. We're getting with the times 5 years later. And yeah, so a lot of podcasts post it on YouTube, film it. So we're going to try that. We set up some lights.
Took us an hour.
I helped Kirk with some interior design. He has a new apartment.
That's true. The design did take a long time.
Yeah, good for him. Nice new apartment. Old building, a lot of character.
100-year-old building.
But it's really cool. It's a beautiful apartment, and I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks.
You're no longer living in my old room.
The old wood-paneled sad room.
Yep, you're no longer in the sad room. We both moved out of the sad room. Hey, let me shake your hand. Yeah. We both have our own apartments. We're both adults now, and that feels good.
It looked like a Rotary Club basement. It was very sad.
We're two men in our 40s, and we're excited about living on our own. And I think that's normal.
Completely normal.
Completely normal.
How successful are you? No roommates.
Well,
so I think that speaks for itself.
Look, listen. You have kids.
That's a good excuse.
I have really nothing to speak of for my life.
Got a lot of really trendy shirts.
I have a lot of cool. This is a great shirt. I bought this on eBay. It's a vintage Ottawa Senators hockey team T-shirt. Anyway, this is the Comedian's Guide to Autism. I have an autistic brother. You have an autistic son. And Peter, my brother.
Well, I think we're burying the lead.
Right.
Sorry about that motorcycle. It's still New York. We're still in Brooklyn.
We're going to be recording at Kirk's house and my house, but mostly Kirk's house. And he lives, it's New York. He lives on
McGinnis, and it's Brooklyn.
On a busy street. So we're going to hear a lot. You're going to get some sirens.
Full New York experience.
Yeah.
It's like you're here.
And maybe one day the sirens will be for us.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are for us, last night, good old Graham was on the Tonight Show.
Two nights ago.
Nice reaction. You're like, yeah,
well,
sure.
It wasn't last night.
2 nights ago.
Yeah,
right.
2 nights ago.
Good point.
I was like, what? Was it like just yesterday? It's been a blur.
It
was
2 nights ago.
I was on Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show doing stand-up comedy on Monday. You can see that on YouTube. I found out last minute. It's a bit of a crazy story. I was in the mix to get it. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. And then the booker was like, can you do it? Are you going to be in New York on Monday? And I was in Atlanta. I was doing road gigs in Chattanooga and Atlanta. Thanks to all of the Autastic fans who came out to those shows. Appreciate it. Anyway, so I did that, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be in town. He's like, yeah, well, a rapper who was supposed to be on the show shot 2 people, and it's pre-recorded, even though he's the background rapper. It was Gucci Man featuring Pooh Shiesty. And
is that real?
Yes.
Pooh
the booker was
Shiesty.
like, Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty can't do it, and you're going to be on the Tonight Show probably. And I
unless he makes bail.
I didn't understand a single word he said. I was like, I'll be on the Tonight Show? I don't understand any of the words you were saying.
Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm old, I guess. That's a terrible name.
Well, it must mean something.
Doesn't Shiesty
in that
mean
world.
Like not good or
yeah, well, you don't want to be a good guy.
Yeah, I guess. But why Pooh?
I don't know. That Pooh's bad.
Pooh smells terrible.
It smells bad.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I do feel like comedy is a series of events failing forward when somebody else that they really wanted isn't available. You ever feel like that?
we always, yeah.
I always get gigs that they wanted
They wanted a band.
Not available.
Yeah. We'll hire a comedian, I guess.
Are you available on short notice?
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Not even for comedy. I'm available to move your furniture if you need me.
By the way, I might need to borrow your car to help Julia move.
Perfect.
My girlfriend. So,
perfect segue to.
Yeah. But anyway, so I did the Tonight Show and it was fun, and yeah,
that's amazing. It's like
Jimmy Fallon, very nice guy.
Well, a little off topic.
Came to my dressing room and said hello before.
Helped you get dressed. The whole thing. It's really good service.
Yeah. It was too much.
I know we're a little off topic, but those are tough. These are big wins, so you got to celebrate these wins. So that's great.
Oh yeah.
I just got back from New York.
But I don't think I would have had a sense of humor if I didn't grow up with my brother.
That's probably a good point. I'm sure that helps. It's very humbling too.
Yeah.
Very humbling. Very humbling. Yeah. Just the story you have, that story about him pooping in the pool at your 11th birthday party, 15th birthday party, or what? I can't remember what it was. I'm butchering the story.
I think it was my 10th birthday party.
10th. Yeah. Great story.
Yeah.
Very humbling.
Yep.
Very humbling. We've all been there,
Mm-hmm.
fishing a baby Ruth out of the pool. That's not a baby Ruth.
And it's like it was like a big blow up pool. Like,
Perfect.
It could fit like 5-6 kids in it.
Perfect.
For the backyard, just for my party. And whoopsie daisy, party ruined.
Yeah, it happens.
And you can't be angry at that person.
It wasn't intentional.
And you learn that at a young age, that it's not intentional. It's not his fault. He was 7. He shouldn't have pooped in the pool. He might have been 8. He shouldn't have pooped in the pool. So you have to put that energy somewhere.
Yeah.
As the quote unquote victim. You know.
Well, if you get pooped on,
I
you're
put
probably the victim.
hand signs up. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess I was wrong, but it's no one's fault. So I have to. For every reaction, there has to be a reaction in my brain, and it can't be anger, so it might as well be humor. And so you sort of at a young age, you learn to take things in stride and turn the stress into jokes.
I think in a different universe, your brother might have been nicknamed Shiesty Pooper. Shiesty Pooper.
That was a poo shiesty moment by Peter.
Shiesty Poop?
Yeah.
What is the guy's name? Okay. I tried to call it back and I couldn't remember.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fairly certain that none of his fans listen to this podcast, so we'll be
the
okay.
Venn diagram
Yeah.
of his fans and our fans is probably 2 people.
Yeah.
And they might miss this episode.
Yeah.
I just got back from New York from seeing
I hope
JJ.
he didn't do it, and I hope everyone's okay.
Well, I hope nobody's injured.
Yeah, I think some people are very badly hurt, but
I shouldn't laugh at this.
yeah,
But who names himself Shiesty Poopster?
that's not what his name is, and it probably means something. I believe it's the drill hip hop
From Chicago?
from Chicago. Hey, look at you!
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow!
Not as dumb as I
That
look.
actually blew my mind right now. Yeah,
I like drill. I don't know.
just subgenre of hip hop called drill,
Shoot.
and that's okay.
I'm breaking our set already at first day.
Yeah, he just almost knocked over the iPad with Autastic written on it.
This is
I think it was already in a good. What are you doing?
I'm ruining our
It was
set.
fine.
Sorry.
It can't go behind there. There's a little lip. I had it all set
I
up.
know, but I'm putting it back because I touched
Well,
it
now it's gonna
accidentally.
fall.
You
It won't
put there.
fall like that. God,
I feel like we're turning into the odd couple.
we have Autastic for our listeners not watching on YouTube, which is probably 100% of you. We have the Autastic logo on an iPad
And I bumped
against a wall, leaned against the couch we're both sitting on, so the camera can see that it says Autastic. I thought it would be a nice feature to have.
You'd be great for radio. That was an excellent description.
Anyway, Kirk just panicked and knocked it over, and then turned it off. Anyway,
I feel like I'm going really meta as far as playing a dad.
I also can't believe we're both on a couch. Kirk is sitting cross-legged, and
This
he
isn't like
is,
the most comfortable position to face the camera. I'm not a natural at this.
You're about 500 years old. The fact that you're seated cross-legged is blowing my mind.
Is it bad for your knees or something?
No, it's impressive. You can still do that. I can't do that.
You can't do this?
My hips will fall off.
I feel great.
I'll disconnect like a Lego man.
You do have some hip issues.
Carry me down the stairs.
Speaking of which, we're playing basketball tomorrow if you're interested. If the hip's back.
My hip's not back. My hip really hurts. I'm worried about the rest of my summer. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of summer, I had a nice trip to Sweden
Yes!
to see JJ. It was good. We in a weird coincidence or not. I don't really believe in coincidence, but in a twist of fate. I don't know. We happened to be there in Edspin on the day of Edspin's where Lorena's family was from.
Oh.
JJ's mom's family.
Mm-hmm.
On the day of her death. So I was like, I didn't piece it together until
Oh,
afterwards.
wow.
But I'm like, we should go to her grave just to like. I never know. People always ask me, does JJ know? Does he know?
Yeah.
And that's a tough one because I've talked to him about it. He doesn't, he doesn't react at all. And so
He knows she's gone.
But he knows she's gone, and he knows he hasn't seen her in 4 years. So I thought it was good.
He probably
death's part
thinks
of
about
life,
her.
and yeah, it's good for him to. I don't know. to at least communicate with him and express that he's not alone and try to I don't know. We had a really nice trip. I took his car. Long-time listeners know I bought him this little Suzuki rally car that I really like, a Suzuki Swift 2-door. And we drove through the back hills of Sweden, taking some back roads, gravel roads, and kind of little.
It's a rally car? You never told me that.
Well, that's the kind that they use for the rally because it's like a light little And so we did a little bit of goofing around.
Did he love that?
He loves that.
That's awesome.
When he's a little kid, we used
and
to
you're
do
a good driver. You're like,
I'm okay.
Kirk is like a man.
Except
I went like this. I flourished my left hand for some reason. But Kirk, when I moved to LA, when we first met, I needed Kirk to help me. I never bought a car.
Oh,
I was 32, never bought a car in my life. And Kirk was like...
We went down there and looked at cars. Yeah.
He spoke Spanish to the men selling, the Mexican men who were selling me cars.
And I said, don't buy this. And you're like, but it's really beautiful.
Yeah. Smart. I will say the only problems I had, all those problems I had with it, 90% of the problems I had with that car, which the first season of this podcast is
dedicated
3/4 autism, 1/4 what's going on with Graham's car.
What's going on with the silver bullet?
The silver bullet. And it was all because I got the radio changed, and when I got the windows tinted, yes, the guy tinted when they also did radio there, and they're like, whatever you should use us if you're gonna get the radio done, because I wanted to hook up to my phone. I want to get a new radio, and I was like, nah, I'll do whatever you do, don't go to Best Buy. They just have some 18-year-old doesn't know what they're doing. And I was like, you're trying to get my money. And then I went to Best Buy, did exactly what they told me not to do, and sure enough, some child wired it wrong. And
they wire it so it always takes power from the battery. So eventually your battery dies.
Every morning my battery was dead. I had to unhook my battery every time I stopped my car.
Which is very convenient.
Which is
Stop
great.
The car, pop the hood, unhook it, go to a nice restaurant with a girl.
I had to get my wrench out. I was single for most of that time. No, I had a long distance girlfriend.
You were dating a few girls. You did
I had a long distance girlfriend. Yeah, and then I had anyway, she didn't like the car. Anyway, so I'm sorry. It
was a good trip though to Sweden.
That must have been very traumatic for you. Was it healing?
I don't know. I don't know if you ever get over stuff. I know it sounds weird, but I don't know if you ever really get over stuff or if you just keep moving forward. I don't know.
You were a little down today,
That's
and
true.
you said maybe it's because it's the anniversary of her death. Now, we talked about this extensively on this podcast when it happened. Lorena took her own life, and we can't believe it. It's already been 4 years.
4 years. Crazy.
Yeah, for our longtime listeners, I bet you can't believe that either. It's crazy how time flies. So you went to the grave with JJ. Yeah,
went to the grave, which was kind of a, it's Sweden, so it's super well marked, but also a massive, not massive, but 1,000. It's Sweden, so they've got graves there from 200 years ago or more. So it's a big, and it was he was pretty patient. The one thing that strikes me every time, it's very encouraging. I will tell you, for our listeners who have young kids, every time, I only get to see him every 3 months. Every time I see him, he's a little better, which is all you can really ask for.
That's incredible. What do you mean?
Well,
describe.
I took him. We went from Sundsvall down.
He's nonverbal.
Nonverbal.
He's 21 now.
Yep. 21. He'll be 22 this year. He no accidents. He didn't poop himself at all. I was only there 10 days, but still that can happen because we did trips. I took him from Sundsvall in the north of Sweden down about a 3-hour drive to Edsbyn, which is closer to the Norwegian border. And there was no tantrums. There was no... I took him on kind of a serious hike. As a long-time listener know, he struggles with his weight a little bit. He's about 260 now.
Yeah.
And I'm about 210, so he should be closer to 220. He's a little shorter than me, but he's just much bigger.
He's stockier, a bit different body.
Yeah, but 260 is a lot.
Yeah.
So I took him on these hikes. He did it. There was some whining like that, but he did it. We did 2 laps. I stopped at we stopped at the gravesite. We walked around for 20 minutes. He was okay. Then I took him to Sweden. A lot of people have summer homes, kind of like you guys have in Canada.
Cabins.
We took the summer cabins,
Cottages.
the little thing with all his cousins.
Yeah.
He was okay. He ate too much bread. He ate all their desserts, but he was good. No crying, no fussing, no. Yeah, he was just good. No headbutting. He used to think we get angry to like do a Maori little Glasgow kiss where he'd headbutt you, and sometimes like once he almost knocked Lauren out, but like none of that. Just feel like he's getting better, slowly. He's 21 now, and we have a call every day. So we had the call today right before he got here. He's eating. He's just looking at me. He's looking right at me, and then I'm like, all right, I'll have a good day. Give me a kiss. Gives me a kiss. Bye. Like, I just feel like he's getting better.
That's really
so
good.
I do think it gets better if you're wondering.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's really incredible. I'm really happy for you. And what do you think, how much of that do you think is teenage hormones dying down?
I think it's a lot of it. I think sometimes we like compare autistic kids to like neurotypical kids, and like if their progress isn't exactly like neurotypicals, if they can't do this at this age and this, then we're like, oh, it's never going to happen. Which the older I get, I don't think it's like that at all. I think he's doing his own thing. It's on his own schedule. I took him downtown. He drags me to like this outdoor kiosk that's got basically like a Swedish version of a Slurpee. So he clearly had been there before. He knew how to get there. Because I'm like, where are we going? He would take little turns. And so like,
who's leading?
He's leading.
Oh.
So he remembers somebody's taking him to that.
Mm-hmm. He knew how to get there.
He knew how to get there.
I mean, I wouldn't
and
be able to remember that.
Points. I want that one. Just points. Keeps pointing. So yeah, that guy paid in dollars. This is like, they have a lot of like curds, I think, like Turkish curds. And he like wanted to trade dollars. And so I traded some money from some Swedish money I didn't want to do, but I was like, that's fine. And yeah, just stuff like that. I feel like he's getting better. Yeah, better
What
behaved.
does the Turkish Kurds trading dollars have to do with anything?
The guy who ran it just happened to be there's a lot of Kurds there in Sweden right now. I feel like refugees. And so a lot of those guys want dollars. So we had like a long conversation about dollars, and they want, yeah. He's like, do you have any dollars? I want to trade. Yeah, I'll just make it as a side note. It has nothing to do with anything.
Huh.
Anyway.
I thought JJ was brokering this deal. I'm like, he is getting better.
No.
Yeah. So that's incredible, though. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah,
happy
crazy,
for you
right?
both. That's real communication.
Yeah.
I want to go here, come here. No headbutting.
Like when I was leaving, I had to leave. I left on a Wednesday, I think it was. So they have a schedule, and they go, okay, they put the name of the person who's working in a picture. Like, okay, today's Nina, and then also my picture. So because I was there a week, so I'm there every day. Well, I'm leaving the Wednesday, so they take my photo off for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and he goes and finds them and puts them back up. Stuff like that. So it's like, so another way of saying stay. Stuff like that, where it's like clearly he's thinking, and
he knows you're gonna go.
He knows I'm gonna go. Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Not good. Not good. Guilty.
But he knows and loves you.
Yeah.
That means he loves you.
Yeah. And like when I was there, they have a call. We have a call every day at 2 o'clock my time, which is like 8 o'clock his time. So when I was there, they took down the little call off his schedule because like, you don't need to call Dad. He's here. And he's like, nope, he wants to put it back up. So stuff like that. It's just really cute. But good. I think it was a good trip. Good trip. He's making little friends. Car's been good. The little
Who are his little friends?
That little Down syndrome guy I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
That's like wants you to bite him as well. Sticks his little arm out and trying to bite me. So trying to bite each other. So
I love that.
How are we doing on time? Do we have time for in the news, or are we done?
I think we definitely have time for the news.
But we haven't talked
I have a
about
little
Peter.
anecdote for Peter.
Oh yeah, I got distracted.
Yeah,
I got sad. I'm trying to change the subject.
We were trying to do Tonight Show, sad stuff,
That's right.
then Peter.
That's right.
To cheer us up at the end.
I wanted to write a new joke that I haven't.
But they kind of got your own story.
Got happy.
Kind of got happy. It had a silver lining.
I wanted to write a joke that I don't know if it's going to work. That's like, they say it's going to be a hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Which is really great because I just went through sad dad winter.
Yes.
Which I think is funny, but I can't quite.
Sad dad winter, preceded by sad dad.
Sad dad fall.
Sad dad 30s and mid 40s.
Sad dad's funny.
Yeah.
I
or you could go sad dad winter, preceded by sad dad life.
I co-headlined with Eddie, and like if I had a good set, Eddie Delaseppe, funny comic, he'd be like, "Oh, I can't follow that." They're, he's teasing me, and they're gonna be like, "Bring back Sad Dad." Tell me about Peter. What's going on, Peter?
Peter is he is doing very well. He just got his second vaccine. Canada has surpassed America. We were so far behind. We surpassed America with people who have vaccines now. And he just got his second one. And he got a card from my girlfriend, a birthday card.
Nice.
And he was so excited. He sent a picture of all the toys he got for his birthday, plus Julia's card with the front page, and then another picture for what she wrote in it.
Nice.
And he sent that to the whole family. And then I was like, okay, well, it's a big step for me to give.
Yeah, of course.
Give Peter her email address.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, now he's got to say thank you. So I CC'd her, wrote Peter an email saying, look, this is her email address. You should write her and say thank you for the card. But Peter, do not email her more than once a month. You can email her once every month. He wrote, no problem. Got it. And then immediately emailed her that day 3 emails. And 2 days later, he wrote another one. And then this morning, he had another one. I was going to look for my phone, but my phone's filming this. But Julia, I read like 1 out of 3 of his emails, honestly. And
there's not like riveting news.
No.
Happening.
And so he wrote like another group email to myself, her, and I don't know who else, some other person, because it's to the 3 of yourselves. And it was like, I got a new mattress cover. I just thought I should I know I'm not supposed to email you, Julia, but I just thought I should keep you up to speed. And he any sort of group email, he prefaces it with, to all of yourselves, to all 16 of yourselves.
Perfect.
And Julia was like, this is actually a very good solution to the gender, calling multiple people a different gender.
Very plural, whatever.
It's very plural. It kind of sounds normal, but doesn't. But it makes sense. Instead of being, "Hey guys," a lot of women are like, "We're not guys."
Yeah.
To all of yourselves. It works. Let's get it started. It's Peter's thing. He's gonna have a dent on popular culture, on language.
There's a different Peter Ravello. Peter Ravello has a joke where he's like, I like saying that because then it sounds like I'm with a lot of people. It's like, how was it with the who you were with last night? Let me just say they were very happy, all of them. Something like that.
With they?
Yeah, they were very happy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to clean up the joke. I just realized halfway through, I'm like, I can't do this joke.
It sounds like unnecessarily dirty because that's a good little clean little.
Yeah,
what
I'll tell you the joke off air.
Anyway, so that's going on with Peter. He has got a new bed, a new mattress cover. He's very excited about it, and is emailing Julia 30 times a day, and it's just
she's get 30 a month. She's gonna get,
yeah. So we're doing the news.
Yeah, let's do the news. We hopefully this comes up quickly. I feel like I'm a little out of the loop with trying to film, but here we go. This is Psychology Today.
You're doing great.
4 myths.
So far, no edits.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That was very close to being one, but you got it just in time.
4 myths about autism spectrum disorders, understanding the condition and debunking common myths. So this came out in Psychology Today, June 19th. I don't know if I could read the whole article, but I was going to say, even if we just cover the highlights, if we're running out of time.
Let's cover the highlights.
Okay.
People don't need us to read a full 10-page article.
All right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Here are the key points. Every person with ASD is unique and varies in how they display empathy, adjust socially, and develop verbally.
Well, that's new information.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you met one person with autism, you met one person with autism.
No way. I love how every article for the layman in the world of autism starts with that exact... They must cut and paste that sentence on top of every article.
I mean...
You met one person with autism, you met one person with autism.
I don't have a problem
and they're
with
like, say something new, though. Be a journalist. Be a writer. Be creative.
Yeah.
Don't cut and paste.
I just think it still needs to be said.
If I did that for a college paper, I'd get in trouble. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, myth number 1: autistic people are all the same. Facts: many people believe that they have met one person with autism.
That's not a myth.
Yeah. All right, I'm jumping to number 2.
Who says that?
I feel like you're pooping on this article.
I am.
You shiesty pooper.
Autistic
Autistic
what
people
we call callback, folks.
Autistic people do not talk. Okay, based on what we've seen on television, people might believe that everyone on the spectrum does not talk or has a minimal vocabulary or ability to speak. About 25% of people with autism do not speak or say only a few words. That's be JJ. But unlike Peter, who writes 50 emails a month. One study found that children with ASD have a limited speech, do not quickly call up the name or image of related items. For example, seeing a picture of a flower might bring up images of petals and leaves. Okay, I'm going to jump forward. Myth number 3, people with autism are incapable of empathy. This one they haven't covered as much.
Okay.
One myth about
I'll
people with ASD is that they're incapable of empathy and don't care about how other people feel. It is true that those with autism may have difficulty reading other people's feelings and that they might not show emotion in ways neurotypical people do. That is false that they lack empathy or feelings. Alexithymia is the inability to understand your own emotions. Sometimes I wonder if I have that.
You can't understand your own emotions?
I think I've told you this. I used to have a joke where it's like I have a hard time figuring out what I'm feeling.
I think you're just a man from the 1940s.
Yeah, where it's like I know I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So I used to have that joke about traditionally all you're allowed to feel is lust and anger.
Mm-hmm.
And my shrink was like, yeah, but you've gone through a lot. How does that make you feel? And I go, I don't know what you're trying to say, but I'm definitely less horny. And it's really starting to piss me off. Man, I've forgotten all these jokes. That's not a bad joke.
That's not a bad joke.
Am I allowed to say that joke?
I mean, it's you're the one who censors. I think you can say that word once.
Once, okay.
I think you could say it on. That's definitely PG-13.
I can edit it.
No.
All right, whatever.
No one's gonna listen to that and go, "Oh my god,"
point.
and pull and just drive their car into a wall.
Please don't drive into any walls for any reason.
Just drive it. No.
Not this again.
I'm thinking about sex, and then drive into oncoming traffic.
But I do think the empathy one is a tough one with JJ because I do think he feels empathy, but he has a hard time expressing it. Like when he wants you to smile, he crinkles up his eyes. He doesn't do his mouth, but he goes like this.
When he wants to smile?
When he wants you to smile, he'll go like this.
He'll
do that. So like you'll go. Because when I smile, you go like this, normally. So, and when you hurt yourself, he will say to you, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" But he'll also say that to himself when he gets hurt. It's kind of cute.
That's a good question. That's what I ask myself when I fall and hurt myself.
Don't dig too deep.
Yeah. I have trouble with that stuff too, and it's hard to figure out if it's like a man thing, if it's my father, my parents, they raised me with no emotions, or if it's that.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm older than you. I do feel like my generation, it was not acceptable to express much besides anger and lust.
Yeah. Same thing with my family. It's a generational thing.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault. We don't have to get into that. But they're not emotional. They're angry people, but they're not like, how do you feel? I've never been asked that by them once in my life.
All right, last myth. I think we're like 1 for 2. I feel like you didn't like the first one. The second one you allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Most people with ASD are dangerous. Some people with ASD and some children and adolescents with ASD indeed have violent temper tantrums. You might hear about incidents in the news or through your neighbors. But what you do not hear news about is those with ASD who are not violent or dangerous. One study found that only 25% of children with ASD showed aggressive behavior.
What was that stat again?
25%.
Only 25% have anger problems.
Or display it. Yeah, maybe they internalize it. Other people just internalize it. But that's definitely JJ. He definitely was violent. And
Peter too. But Peter's calmed down a lot.
Yeah, JJ this is too.
Yeah.
I think he's just getting older.
I think so, with Peter too. As soon as he got out of his 20s, especially, his hormones went way down. It's watching Peter go through his 20s for me was it was a distillation, like a very clear black and white experiment to see what it's like for a man to go through all those hormones when you're young.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was so angry. I wanted to fight all the time. I needed to play contact sports. I felt like running through a wall. And then he turned 30 and he was just like, no one taught him that. Like, it's not, it's like a nature over nurture thing. It's like nature. A lot of it.
Elephants have a weird thing where they've got this gland where they secrete all this hormones. If you look it up, and when they're adolescent elephants, they especially without the absence of older male elephants, they will fight to the death. They're like, they had this big problem. I read in the news about them attacking rhinoceroses and killed like 30 rhinoceroses because they had moved them. Anyway, I'm way off topic, but yeah, I think there's just hormones are a real thing. Just trying to navigate through that.
Yeah. So that's exciting for all you parents listening, going through it right now. It does get easier.
I think it
and also all the. I mean, it's not. Let's not take away from all the work JJ has been doing.
Yeah, he's still
and all of his nurses, the work they've been doing. It's a combination of both.
AIDS, yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah. So I'm proud of your son.
We're doing it.
I really am.
I feel like he's doing good.
Yeah. And you're doing a good job there. Everyone's doing a good job.
Trying.
You're doing better than trying. You're doing it, buddy.
Did we do it?
This podcast? Let's look at the old time. Oh, yeah. We're over 30. We're done. We did it.
Guys, if you have a second, please rate, review us on Apple Podcasts. Unless you're watching this on good old YouTube, then thumbs up and a subscription would be terrific.
Let's see. It's there, I believe. So click there, the little bell, and the subscribe.
I think it's on this side. I don't know.
No, it's on the left side.
I'm just teasing you. I have no idea.
You watching know that I'm right. Anyway, click that, and then write or whatever. Just help us. You know how the internet works. Also, I there's my video of me doing the Tonight Show is up on YouTube now.
Great.
You can look at that if you want, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up and maybe give it a positive comment, because half of the comments are like, it's funny. There's no negative comments about my set. It's like all he was funny, and then the other comments are his head is a perfect square.
Steve from Minecraft.
What a bizarre head. That guy looks like the guy from Minecraft. His head's so square. His cranium be weird.
I read that one too. That's pretty funny.
And one guy just his comment was just a box.
Pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Please rate, review. As always, you can sponsor us on Patreon. We appreciate your few bucks to pay.
Patreon.com/Autastic to donate some money one time, or $1 an episode, or $5 an episode, which that's a lot, but we would appreciate that.
Have a great week, guys. You can do it.